Good evening, and welcome to the channel. I'm Abs of October Red. You know what it is? It's Friday night. We're going live for the Wasserman card. Where do we start? Because I haven't been able to watch the fights. I don't know if you guys have managed to catch any. It started off maybe a bit late, um, and then the stream kept on dropping out just as I was getting into the fights. But I've seen obviously what's been happening with the fights. So yeah, but just can't watch them. Good evening, Star Fox. How are you? BGT? I don't know what that means. Are you commenting on my bush? Because it's a bit wild. I don't know. BGT? What's that? What am I saying? I'm a bit frustrated that I haven't been able to watch um the undercard of the Wasserman show because it stopped streaming, like I said. So I like watching the fights. I like watching the undercard fights because sometimes on the undercard, that's where you get the best fights. I haven't been able to do it. Obviously, nobody's been able to do it. I just found it really weird that it says you can't do it because your content belongs to somebody else. So, bit confused on that. I thought I was a bit of a rookie when it comes to setting up lives, but obviously I ain't too bad. So, I was on time. I'm always on time. I'm very, very rarely late. Good evening, anyway. Good evening, Dodge. Loving the bush. Thanks, James. Because today I just wasn't going to do my hair. I might do it tomorrow, though. But here we are. Anyway, should we catch up on a bit of gossip? Well, not gossip, just some bits and bobs that's floating about in the boxing world. Because obviously I can't talk to you about the fights on the Wasserman card because I ain't been able to watch them. But congratulations to the winners and commiserations to the losers. Yeah. Well, it is a bush, isn't it? Anyway, we've covered the stream. I don't need to go into any further details with that. Good evening, Skyliner. Yeah, bush. I don't mind. It is. It's bushy. It's kind of like my unoiled, untamed, just washed, dried out hair. Anyway, right. What do you think of this? And this could be just, me just, I don't know, having a little bit of a mooch in the industry. I don't know if you guys have watched conversations with Talksport with Frank Warren and IFL with Eddie Hearn. So credit to both of those. Are we looking at a cross promotion fight on the 23rd of December with both of the promoters working together? Do we think that this is what's going to happen? Because Frank Warren has mentioned the 23rd is possible, still going to go ahead. There's some exciting news. He's not saying anything yet, but the fights, the card's still going to happen. There's going to be some boxers on there, obviously. So it doesn't seem as if it's going to be a crossover. And then when Eddie Hearn spoke to Kugan Cassius from IFL, he mentions the same date, the same location. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I could be overhearing things. I could be being hopeful. But what are we saying? Because Turkey Al Sheikh is kind of running it out there in Saudi. Excuse me, I forgot my manners. Cheza, good evening. Cornell, good evening. Dodge is saying no chance. Dodge, go and listen to both of the interviews. And then, I don't know, could we get Matchroom and Queensbury together with their fighters? Is this tournament that I've been raving on about since I started waffling to Johnny Nelson about it? Are we going to see the promoters under Turkey? Is Turkey Al Sheikh? Is it His Excellency? I want to make sure I give him his correct salutation. Is he going to get all of the promoters to start working together because they are going to pay and they just want the best fights? Is that what we're going to see? Is that the game changer? Can you imagine that? Dunno. Let's have a look. I think the Saudis are putting up another event and they're using multiple promoters. It's not really up to Eddie and Frank. James, I think I'm inclined to agree with you. I think now it's literally we've got the money, we want the fights. Let's all get involved in this together. Um, Listen, don't take my word for it. Go and listen to the conversations from the two key promoters, both mentioning the same date. I'll just leave that with you guys. I'm just throwing it out there. I could be wrong. It won't be the first time I've been wrong, but we'll see. Do me a favor has been finally in has been finally called in for Saudi. Yeah. I think that Chris, good evening. I think they should work with each other, but I highly doubt it. I, the proof's going to be in the pudding, but I don't know. I think it could happen, and I think we would get really good. When I say crossover fights, I mean the weights going against each other with opposing promoters. I think that would be a fantastic idea. It's something that I mentioned ages ago, and I was laughed off YouTube, laughed off Twitter about it. But let's see if it happens, because if that does, it's brilliant for the fans. Though, because there is no more kind of like taking sides. I mean, you back your fighter, but if the promoters are like, "Listen, we want to use your fighters. We're going to pay you big money. They're going to come on our show." What are you going to say, really? But we'll see. Matchroom versus Queensbury. Let's have it. I'm all for it. I think that would make my Christmas. It really would. Um, it's more to do with the TV networks. That's a problem. Good evening, Raymond. I get that, but then it becomes a bidding war for who would get the rights, because TNT is UK only. And remember, the Francis Ngannou, Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou was streamed worldwide via DAZN, wasn't it? TNT UK rights, DAZN global rights. That's what happened last time. Um, Cornell Tete versus Ben. Yeah, that fight looked well, not Tete versus Ben, but it looks like we're gonna get Eubank Jr. Ben. What were they saying? End of January. Is it the 27th of January? Beginning of February? And it's gonna be in the UK. So is he gonna get his BBBFC license back, or is he gonna fight under another license that a couple of British boxers do? He won't be the first. So yeah. Love the idea, but egos get in the way. And if so, who could be fighting? Heavyweights. I'd have to look through the stables. And to be fair, I did have a look through the stables the other day, Dodge. And what I've noticed is that sometimes the stables aren't up to date, because um, some of the promoters have still got fighters on there that left a while ago. So you'd have to look at the weight categories and then think about potential competition. And if they couldn't necessarily match it with the opposing stable, the competitor, they can always pull people in to fight. You've got people that are like free agents, or you could bring in other willing participants to fight your fighter. There's no reason why it couldn't happen. And if that's the case, and that's what His Excellency is doing, then fair play to him. Because guess what? In the end, money talks, doesn't it? Money talks. Oh, good evening, Nick. I'm with the family, but stop to show support and smash the like button. Everybody do the same. Yeah, please, if you can, I'd appreciate that. Apparently, it helps the algorithm. Who knew? But good evening to you, Nick, and enjoy your evening with your family. Good evening, Callum. How you doing? Hope you're all good. Personally, I don't like how Benny's moving, just wrong. Elaborate on that. I mean, people are going to say, oh, well, it's obvious. But elaborate on that. We'll see what happens. We shall see what happens with that. I wonder how long. Well, their money doesn't run out, does it? How long's a piece of string? I think they're looking. I don't understand about the football stuff, but I heard that they're involved in like the football stuff as well. over there. They're just looking to obviously pump the money that they've got into the sports and kind of like make over there like a hub for all of that. It's like Saudi's going to be the hub, and everybody goes to where the money is. So I don't know. I wouldn't like to look at their accounts. I think it'd send me either to sleep or I'd be sat here crying or both. He looks that way, Cornell. At the end of the day, um, he provided a positive test. I've never really commented on it. Oh my god, hold on, bear with me. I've got to say hello to Jack. I haven't seen him in a minute. Jack, how you doing? Where you been? Um, I can't tell you if the Roman Fury fight's finished because Jack, the Wasserman stream went down twice. I haven't checked because obviously now I'm on live with you guys, but the live stream dropped. So I haven't got a clue. I think according to the schedule, he may have been a floater. So he may have gone on after the main event. I don't know. But if anybody else is not in the UK and is watching it on DAZN and cares to comment how the card's going, please feel free to do so in the comments. Um, um, I agree. Pull-out game is on point, and Ben hopefully doesn't. With the Conor Ben stuff, obviously he, like I said, he failed a test. Well, he provided a positive result to a test. Yeah, failing but positive. It's like me hoping, that I'm not pregnant, but I am one of them. But obviously I'm not. But I'm just saying, yeah. Failing a test to me would be being pregnant, but having a positive result. Yeah. Now that we've got that out of the way, because it's like a double negative with that. Gets a bit confusing. Anyway, I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know what you failed it by, what the percentage, what the drugs are. I'm no doping expert, so I've kind of like stepped aside with that and let the experts argue it and do all of that. And I've sat back at the sidelines. I've done it with everyone that's tested positive. I've never really commented on it because it's something that I really don't understand. I believe that he obviously had good lawyers, and what you could say that he's done is boss case. Um, the BBFC weren't happy about it, and they were obviously going to appeal a decision, etc., etc. So I've kind of like left all of that, let that sort out, and then maybe when it's cleared up, maybe then I can literally ask the question: is okay the positive test? What was the amount? Because I think when Amir Khan provided a positive sample, his was like trace, and then I think they must have served him with a ban, and then he was retired anyway. So I don't know the ins and outs of it, and because when it comes to the testing, it's so political. I don't even want to put my opinion on it because testing is black and white. You either pass it or you don't. So yeah, I'll leave that to the experts. Hold on a sec. How is he allowed to still not present his case before the BBBFC? Either way, it was still in his system. Look at the president. See, Raymond, I haven't dug in as deep as that. And like I said, yeah, he provided a positive test, but I just leave that for the experts because I don't know. I know that it said it was clomiphene, etc., etc. All sorts of weird and wonderful things. What that could be used for. And then obviously we've had all the egg gate and all that sort of comments. Yeah. Over my head because I don't understand it. Right, okay. I I don't know. So has Roman Fury fought yet, or is he gonna be a floater at the top? There's definitely no baby reds on the way. I've got too many already. I couldn't have any more. I'd need scaffolding. Going back and forth between jet lag's done me in. Well, as long as you're traveling safely, they say, what is it? A day for every hour of time difference. So if you're going back and forth, that's going to really mess you up. So yeah. Good evening, big fan of Reezy. Good evening, big fan of the channel. Would you say Lomachenko could go down as a pound for pound great if he retired today? Thought he was unlucky to not get the decision against Haney, but it was really close. You see, when it comes to pound for pound, it's it's all subjective and it's all based on opinion. And I see the list all the time on YouTube, not YouTube. I see the list all the time on X. It's not Twitter now, is it? It's X. And it's subjective. I don't know. I think pound for pound lists are subject to change while a fighter's active. And I think maybe if we want a really accurate reflection without that fluidity because they're still active, it should be done when a fighter retires, because then you can actually have a full overview of the career and look at their achievements and say, yeah, that was definitely a pound for pound. But because it fluctuates and it's personal opinion, it's what you like to see as a fighter. It could be based on wins, it could be based on fight style, it could be based on how long you've been a professional for, how many challenging fights you've been in. There's so many variables. Um, I tend to probably look at them when they're retired, but that's just my take on it. But thank you very much, Reevesy, and welcome to all of you. If you've just joined or you've been here for a minute, have I forgot my manners? Who knows? I'm Abs of October Red, and welcome to the live watch along. I think they're due to go on Channel 5 at 10 p.m. We've had some, they've had some hiccups on their own channel as I've missed several fights. So I was going to try and do a recap on the fights, but it's in and out, so I haven't been able to. So if you've just come on, welcome. Lovely to see you. Happy that you're here. Oh, good question, Dazza. And Dazza, one of my long-time subscribers as well. You know what? I like it. It made me smile. And it's sort of like a link up that kind of like warms your heart as well if you're a sentimental person, or if you're emotional, which comes natural to some of us. So it was nice to see them link up. I wasn't aware that Harlem's father had passed away like recently. And it just seems that kind of like Eubank Senior was missing something as well. So I think the link up will be good, for both of them. I really hope it's a successful relationship. Um, I see a little bit of a difference in Harlem. I met him from when he signed with Wasserman. I was there with the day he signed. If you go back, scroll back, we had that conversation then. Um, and I see a positive difference. So I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that that relationship really blossoms. He's already ready to stick the knife in. He's already ready to talk about Harlem going against Connor, which is quite interesting, obviously due to the weight. Um, so he still wants to have a Eubank fight, a Ben, but he just doesn't want it to be Chris Jr. For possibly the weight reasons. But yeah, I think it's a good link up. Please comment if you think it's not, or if you think it's a good link up, tell us why. I'm all for it because that is a good topic in itself. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to them fighting as well. Hopefully we'll get some fight news with that. And hopefully, and I'm selfish, of course I want it to be in the UK because I want to go there and watch it. Instead of like looking through that glass window as I was when the Saudi fights was on, and I was holding back tears of slight jealousy of not being there. It's opinion though, isn't it? The people haven't got to get over anything if they want it. It's opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Some people will carry it to the grave. Um, some people will let it go. It's down to opinion. But I for one will be watching the fight. Ben is in it for a quick buck. Eubank Senior is right that Ben is fighting the wrong Eubank. Fair enough. So you think he should be going in with Harlem? You think Conor Ben should go in with Harlem? Because I think Conor Ben kind of responded to that in one of his interviews and said, nah, let my brother Harley can go in with Harlem. And I think, was it Christine who was taking the mix saying he's called him Harry or something? Harry Eubank instead of Harlem. So yeah. But you know what? Going back to that though, Callum, we're moving towards this prize fighter kind of mentality anyway, aren't we? That's what's happening. They're even talking about bringing back prize fights. So the tournament thing, all of this tournament stuff that I've been rattling on about for ages, talking about evolution of boxing, making it more exciting, making it more, I don't know, like it used to be a little bit. That's all coming back. So everyone's in it for the money. I know I've said it already, but if you can watch and shout out to IFL, Kugan Cassius on IFL, watch the conversation and listen to it. The one that he has with Eddie Hearn, the recent one, is interesting because he talks about all of that. He talks about value of a fighter. He talks about how they measure what a value of a fighter is. So he talks about the risk versus the reward and why he's making the decisions that he does. He said it's going to get a lot harder for his fighters because basically now, if you don't come with that entertainment factor, what am I keeping hold of you for? So boxing is changing. It is evolving. Ben is a hype man, really well promoted and match by Matchroom. Soon as he you really reckon that as soon as he steps up, he's done? But we do like to see somebody that is well promoted. And listen, as soon as Chris Eubank Senior has stepped in with Harlem, we've seen his profile just boom. So it works. When you've got a mouthpiece or somebody that's really good at selling a product, because that's what they are, aren't they? Look at my product. My product's the best. My product can beat your product. The products, the commodities. And if they're well promoted, they might not even be that fantastic, but if they're well promoted, they can get far. Good evening, GT. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah. Female Nick Cannon. Yeah. Not quite. Not quite. How many's he got? Has he got 10 or something? He's catching up with what's his name? Oh, the Yardie. 23 children. Or how many children and 23 baby mother? What's his name? Lost it now, his interview. Loma, okay. That's a response. Laurent just finished and won, but not exciting. A safe win, but probably because he's been active. We'll see the next fight. Laurent Richards, and obviously this is just my opinion. He's very technical. I like his feet. He's got good movements. The fight that out to me is when he boxed Kongora, and I was there to see that, and I was really impressed. But what is it? Because sometimes I might get a little bit biased because I'm sat here, I'm sat on the other side. Yes, I'm still a fan, but I'm going to matches. So my lines are a little bit blurred. So when you talk about it's not exciting to watch, is it because there's no knockouts? What is it that really makes that fighter exciting? Because I'm quite happy to go and watch a boxing match. Don't get me wrong. Of course, the knockouts and the stoppages are good when the stoppages are worthy. But what is it about a fighter that doesn't make him exciting and he doesn't have that appeal? But congratulations to Lerone. He's been out the ring for a minute. There's all sorts of weird and wonderful things that's been happening to him. I know that he's not with David Caldwell anymore. So he's with another trainer. So he's had all that change as well. So yeah, welcome back to him. Jack? Where'd you get that info from? Jack always comes with the info. Well, this is what I'm saying. I would not be surprised if that gets pulled out the bag because it's the money. It's the money. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw boxer fighters, Queensbury, Matchroom, and Wasserman. Just like I said, all of the promoters out there and their fighters either fighting each other or they're bringing in other opponents. I think it's brilliant. I think it's really good because the money can now cut out the noise in the politics. So I think it's brilliant. Yeah, I don't really agree with that. I don't think you should be elevated when you haven't, like, won the belt, like, competitively. But whatever, I don't make the rules. It's IBF, wasn't it? I thought they were quite strict, but whatever. But then I'm sure somebody said that they do that kind of antics anyway. I guess, Raymond, if you've been a boxer for that long, have you been a boxer for that long? All right. You're an experienced ex-fighter, yeah? When do you learn, or when does the realization come in to say that it's not about you, because he still wants to be actively involved in boxing? I do believe that it would be absolutely fantastic support to Harlem, 100%. But do you ever let go? When you're a fighter, do you ever let go of your profession? Can you really hang those gloves up? Or then, like you said, sometimes it's about him because he feels like he's on that center stage again, because that's what he's used to, that's what he knows. Do you ever really let go of that? Do you know what I mean? Maybe I need to speak to some more retired fighters. Jay Lanks, good evening, welcome, big up to yourself as well. Let's have a look, catch up with these comments. Hopefully, senior doesn't traumatize. Wow. Oh, thank you. Oh, thanks. That means a lot. I'm still working on it. I'm starting to watch, because I'm quite open with what I do in it, and I'll just tell you what I'm doing. I even today on Instagram, I made this like outro for my YouTube. So when my conversation's finished, I've given myself a new outro. Still the same intro because that logo is very important to me, but I've changed the outro, and I'll show it. I'll say, "Oh, this is a new outro." I'm still learning. I'm starting to look at investigative journalists because I think they're very interesting. I watched a really good one. Oh, I can't remember her name. She's got bobbed ginger hair, and she interviewed Sunak the other day. Absolutely fantastic. She just went straight for the neck, and I like that. Um, you know what? Are they though? Because there's some good interviewers out there. Um, And I say that I always say all of us, we're like, we're different flavors in it, and it just depends what you like to eat. Some of us like, kebab meat and chips. Some of us are vegetarian. Some of us want a Chinese. Some of us want an Indian. Some of us want a Italian. And there's all sorts of different styles of conversation. So you guys, you're rich. We all are, because I watch some of them as well. Not all of them, but some of them. I'll take my pick and I'll say, oh yeah, I like that one style. I'll go and listen to that. So it's good to have lots of different types of people. Do you know what I mean? Never will I sit down and say I'm the best, or I'm better than, because I ain't. I'm still learning, but I definitely 100% enjoy what I do. I enjoy learning about the sport and meeting some really interesting characters, and speaking to people like you that are like me, that are sat at home watching the boxing, and maybe the family don't want to listen to the boxing talk. So we all hang out here together in our community talking boxing. I love it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, but thank you. Let's have a look. I wonder what you know what? That's a very good question, and it's something that went through my mind as well because I know Harlem travels everywhere with Chris. He was always with him to at all his fights. They're a very, strong family. They walk together. Harlem's always with him, and I've seen that because obviously I've seen it backstage. So yeah, very interesting and a very, very good question. Andy Pura, he's a Brummy as well. In boxing news, also does well, but he's more of a investigator. Fair enough. Yeah, he's Brummy. He's Birmingham as well. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Oh, I've missed that, Daz. I've missed the point now. Harlem would Eubank win easily. Ben is a hype job. See, everyone's saying this about Connor. I don't think he's a hype job at all. I'm yet to be proven wrong. I don't know. And I don't think Eubank is either. George, good evening. How you doing? Thanks for all the feedback as well on the last conversation that I had with Richard Riatpour. So thank you very much for that. Obviously, I was embargoed, so I couldn't put it out until after he'd announced everything on Sky Sports Boxing. So yeah, so thanks for the feedback. I appreciate it all. A breakdown, yeah, and I think it is good, but I think if you're a fighter and like you're just coasting along and you know you like, oh yeah, I'm with such and such of a promoter, so you know I can maybe coast along, or maybe whatever it is, socks are going to have to get pulled up because you're going to be thinking, hold on a minute, am I next for the chop? Almost coming like a very competitive sales office where somebody goes in and then they're promoted and then the next minute they're just out. It is going that way, either because there's more fighters, but there's definitely more promoters. I don't know. Yeah, I know he's got loads. I think, yeah, Ninja Man, thank you. That's who it was. He's funny. Funny, funny, funny. The woman that interviewed him was funny as well. Ninja Man. The real bad man, yeah. Channel 5, I think. Well, hopefully it should be on Channel 5. Imagine if I come on here and it ain't even on Channel 5. Listen, I'm still staying on here for an hour. I don't care. I'll be checking Twitter updates instead. Yeah, Ninja Man's got mad amount of use. I can't remember the actual um interview. Yeah. Technical fighter needs more moments in the fight. I'm gonna have to watch this back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch the fight back. Harlem doesn't have to. No, he doesn't, and he's not that type of guy anyway. I'm looking forward to seeing his performance, because I know he's gone life and death with a couple of people, so I'm interested to see how he's gonna get on this evening. Yeah, he probably will, to be fair. But you know what? Who else is in the mix now? Adam Azim, yeah, because they're looking to push him quite quickly, and the lovely Dalton Smith from the Steel City Gym in Sheffield. So they're all around the. I'm sure they're all around the same weight. So PBC, yeah, that's PBC, isn't it? Spot on, spot on. Stacey Dooley. Oh, I need to catch up with the damn chat now. Rob joins. I joined for your last watch along. Just thought I'd join for this one too. Also on Channel 5, easy to watch. Jack Daniels in hand, salty peanuts at the ready. I'm ready for some boxing. We like it. I do like a bit of salted peanuts, but I haven't had any in a while. So I'm just going to drink my tea with oat milk. Hmm. Louis Theroux. Beth Rigby, yeah, her. I like her. So that's who you was on about. No, it was definitely that one. Oh, who's just sent me 1.99? Apologies. Robert, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All of these help, you know, with my 5,000 kids. I don't like the interviews. Oh, here we go. Lovely Jeanette's on TV. She's so pretty. I love her features. Excellent. Channel 5, it started. Right, I don't like interviews who are about getting the promoters to fight. I don't believe that's good for boxing. You ask questions about boxing and your questions are usually very different. Um, Probably because I'm still learning. because the questions that I'm asking, I'm actually, like I said, I'm selfish. I'm actually asking because I don't know. I want to know why. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, everyone's got their own style, and I just like look. I like listening to Frank Warren with Umar when he goes off on one on Eddie. I like listening to Eddie and Frank Smith go off on Frank Warren and Ben Shalom when they are on, say, for example, Boxing Social. So we've got like it's good because that's to me is comedy value. And even though there may not be any real substance, it still adds a bit of humor. I mean, Frank's got some really good one-liners, and the thing is with Eddie, if you get how he is, he's extremely dry, he's subtle, but the little sarcasm's in there. So listen, it's not my style, but I like to watch it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I got to give more credit. I've got to get Leon Edwards. I know, no, I need to get on it. Oh, alas. Paul Young. Is it the Paul Young? Wherever you lay your hat is your home. Good evening, Paul, and welcome. And like I said, Robert, thank you very much. There it is. It's popped up. Thank you very much. Not as much as I should do, Reeves. Not as much as I should do. Connor Tudsbury, Delicious Ori, Lucy Kings Wheatley are some of the amateurs that I'm watching, but I don't watch it as much as I should do because I never joined this with like the amateur scene in mind. It was me starting on professional boxers where some of them had that amateur that I'd learn. Okay, tell me about that. So it wasn't really my niche, but yeah. I like the, European styles. I've always liked the European styles. That's why I'm a fan of, Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol. I like that style. I do like it. I don't know. And I don't this is a good question. Who knows? That's for the chat to answer. Don't know. But we need someone. I do know that. Oh, yep, James Dean Fury just won a national apologies. Peter introduced me to, James Dean, um a while ago, actually. Lovely kid, very tall, very rangy, lovely. Like I said, traveling community are awesome anyway. So, Southpaw Gym. Which part of Birmingham is it? Southpaw Gym. Not off the top of my head. Is it new? I have got bananas, but I won't be eating them on the live stream. Don't know who that is. And yeah, absolutely spot on. She is stunning. Absolutely stunning. It's the features. It's just beautiful. And she looks in good shape as well. Moses heavyweight. Okay. Answer in the chat. Who do we think is the next British star in boxing? Let us know. Let us know. Because I ain't got a clue. I think the dust needs to settle. I think there's a bit of dust in the air at the minute. Do you know what I mean? I think that we need to let the dust settle a bit. Everything's all over the place. You've got people moving and shaking. Oh, apparently, Buatsi Aziz might be back on as well. What they're saying, February the 3rd. They've changed the location to the Wembley, which is kind of like boxers' home for their fighters as well. So that'll be a good fight. Let's have a look. Oh, we've got George Groves on comms as well, on presenting duties, and the lovely Mr. Bunce. Lovely man. Right, my pleasure. I've been on your journey since you had just less than 4K subscribers. Always you know what? there's a couple, and I don't know if they're comment. There's a couple that have been here since I had about 400, or maybe even less than that, because the growth only really started happening, I'd say, in the last like year and a half. So yeah, but thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. And thank you, Toby. I saw that big up today in the Matchroom chat. Thank you very much for that, because that means a lot, because it just goes to show that you believe. And even though I don't look at it like that, because I'm not in it for that, you guys have got a lot of faith in me to believe that I'm good enough to stand up on TV and do what they do. So absolutely massive, massive love for that. I really appreciate it. There was another geezer that said it as well. I don't know if he's in here. Tom Leofo promoted Triple G is now in cahoots with Dana White and WWE's Triple Head in boxing. They had a decent card yesterday in New York. Callum Walsh was the main event. Hold on a minute. Who else was on that card? Which was the one that Jamal Herring was on? It wasn't that one, was it? See what I mean? Look how everyone's starting to mix with everybody now. Boxing's evolving. Dalton Smith, Peter McGrail. Yeah, Peter McGrail, and he's managed. He's trained by Paul Stevenson. I like Paul Stevenson as well. He's such a calm, composed man. And obviously, I like Dalton Smith, and I like his dad. I like the Steel City guys. They're lovely. Dalton is such an amazing character. He's the type of person you just light up when you see him. Dalton is an amazing person. I like watching him fight. And if I was to pick a side with him, with somebody else fighting, I'd always pick Dalton's side, because I really do like that kid a lot. Adam Azim, need to see more from him. I think they're moving him quite quickly. Actually, to be fair, both him and Shane McGuigan were on TalkSport, and they were talking about the career progression. You can see the passion that, Shane speaks about him, and the way that they're looking to push him forward in his career is really good. He really believes in his fighter, and you can see they've already set out a plan for young Adam. But it's like he's good, but just still. I mean, Is he going into his first? It's not 12, is he? He's not doing it. Is he doing his first 10-rounder? I can't remember. But yeah, he's progressing quite well as well. And I know that Box have got massive investment in that fight, and investment, because you can see it, because they promote him so well. Mm. Johnny Fisher, do you think? I think they're building him at a pace. And like I said, I think he's got the Southern area heavyweight title. So he's got the Southern area. Solomon Dacres has got the English, which he challenges. He's got his defense of that next week on the Frank Warren card up in Manchester. The Magnificent Seven, the title fights, good card to be on. And then we've got Fabio Wardley with the British. We'll see. We'll see what Johnny Fisher's next fight is. The last time he fought was on the AJ undercards, when he fought that chap. Oh, I can't remember his name now, but he was lovely as well. But obviously, Johnny Fisher did what he needed to do. It's on Channel 5. It's the Wasserman Show, George. So it's on Channel 5 or DAZN if you're somewhere else in the world. They did. It was Sky. It was a co-promo with Wasserman as well. That was their very first show. I remember it because it's the very first accreditation I had. It was, I think, Saturday, the 2nd of November. Saturday, the 2nd of October, 2021. And it was the very first accreditation I got, which was through Wasserman. But it was obviously Boxer with Sky Sports. So yeah, I remember it. Remember it well, because that's the first time I met Richard Riakporhe. Yes. Do what you need to do. Mrs. does not need to be jealous at all. Never. Not of me. Okay. This is a chat that I'm missing out on. See, Toby was here from the beginning. That's the beginning. So thank you. Still about. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Listen, we've all come a long way, because we're in this together. Oh, here we go. The first fight starting. Hold on. Right, main event. You know what? I'm so used to like being on here for like 868 million hours. We're already on the main event. This is going to be the shortest live ever, but we are ready to go. Eubank versus Schwarzkopf. Apparently, people are saying that this guy can be tricky, but let's have a look. Paul Booth as the MC. Main event. And it looks packed in there as well, to be fair. WBO. Right, they're doing ring walks now. What we saying then for this fight? Has anybody got any ideas on what Schwarzkopf has done? Because usually before I do the watch alongs, I watch a few fights. Um, they said that he fought. He's been around for a minute. That he's lost, but lost to some credible British names previously. So let's have a look. He's doing his ring walk, and yeah, Dalton Smith, fabulous, fabulous. Joel Cordina, okay. It looks like they're gonna might put him in with. Is it that old Sheiky Foster? Yeah. Do you know what Shane does? Somebody told me this the other day, and I don't know if it was in the chat, but somebody told me that he has specific times for his fighters and he trains them according to their like ability. So his work is different with each of his fighters. And what he does is he changes his t-shirt. So, say for example, Caroline Dubois has got obviously a corner t-shirt that he'd wear for her when he's training her. He'll take that off when he's training and put Adam Azim. So he's specific to his fighters, literally specific. I spoke to him off camera at the Bilham Smith Masternack press conference, a really, really good conversation. And we was just speaking about how he trains his fighters, etc. So yeah. Hello, Psycho. Hamza Shiraz is probably the yeah, I like him. Is who's injured? Is it him or Liam Williams? The future doesn't look great, but the present is crazy. I think we've got two world champs, Fury and Edwards, and maybe one more I can't think of. Fair enough. Oshiki Foster versus Hernandez. Yeah, yeah, that was a proper battle. Talk about when you think this is it, I'm done, and you dig into the depths of your soul and you keep going. This is something that us fans really need to appreciate with these fighters because they are phenomenal. You see it sometimes more than with others, but that was art, toe to toe to toe. 140. Oh look. Oh, look at Senior. Look at Senior talking to Harlem. Excuse me while I pardon the chat for a moment. He's giving him that motivation. I'm seeing a different look in Harlem. Come on, lad. Oh, hold on. That is Tina Turner, and it's not simply the best though, is it? Hold on. Oh, look at him walking him out. Oh, this is emotional. I'm literally getting shivers right now. Oh my god. Oh, flipping heck. I'll get back to the chat in a minute, guys. Both of them that have suffered losses of loved ones as well. It really does touch the heart to see this. We don't need another hero. Tina Turner. May God rest her soul too. Oh, cracking the neck. Oh, emotional, emotional. Right, 140 potentially the most lucrative division with the next 3 years, so I guess they wanna see Azim get involved in the dough. Yeah, fair enough. But Dalton Smith is something else. Yeah, Grant. Oh, Dalton and Grant's grandfather. Oh, Dalton wanted to win the Lonsdale belt. Yes. Yeah. Oh, Brandon Scott, yeah. He had challenging I didn't know that. Oh, bless him. What a enthusiastic young man he is. Oh, and welcome. And you stayed because that was a very, very long time ago. So thank you very, very much for that. Oh, Terry O'Connor's on the judging cards. Coming out to DMX. Timo is experienced. Oh, Paul saying Eubank round 6. Update us every round. I'll try my best. I'll try my best. Oh, yeah. I'll be doing a live for that as well. I'll be back here tomorrow from 8 p.m. 8 p.m. back in this room. Another card, another night. So what? I'm back here. I can't wait for that. I love the next gen cards. Let's get this party started. Please don't let this crash. Channel 5 app. Kakachi versus Cordina. Yeah, you gotta love seeing her. EJ, how you doing? EJ, I've changed my phone number. I need to phone you. EJ, one of the first ones to put me on. So welcome, EJ. Just seen this. Former EBU European super lightweight champion. My daughter's at university in Brighton, but has no interest in boxing. She don't say that, Toby. And congratulations for your daughter getting into university. I don't know. I did ask this on Twitter today, but I don't think I got a reply. Let me see who's in his corner. You know what? I should have probably looked and seen who's. Oh, Charlie. No, that's not Adam Booth. No, he's not with him. That answered that question. Let's go, Harlem. Yeah, Rip Sebastian and Harlem's father, Peter. Dan Aziz is the most vintage looking for me. Zalfa Barrett, talented fighter. Just like a lot of them, it just needs to really stay active. Really, really, just keep active. Staying active is so important, isn't it? Um, we see a lot of fighters that are talented just fall by the wayside because they're just not active enough. But like I said, competition stiff. Eddie Hearn's got him and Joel Cordina. Does he have to make a choice between the two? But I hear that Zalfa's back out again soon anyway. Do you know what I mean? Here we go. If you've just joined the live, welcome. I'm Abs of October Red. We're doing a live watch along. Get me teeth back in. Harlem Eubank versus Schwarzkopf. Let's go. They're calling it Bloodline, the Homecoming. We've got all sorts of different names. I can't remember Schwarzkopf's first name. Sorry. Right, we're going into round 1. Buckle your seatbelts. Harlem straight into the center of the ring, but Schwarzkopf pushes him back. Harlem on the back foot, moving about. Touching jab from Harlem to Schwarzkopf's body, moves around to the right. Schwarzkopf came with a lovely overhand right there to Harlem, but it didn't really hurt him. Just the range, but it is round 1. They've both started quickly. Better. Okay. Harlem took him with a couple of hooks to the body there. Center of the ring with Harlem. Looking more aggressive, I'd say. Combinations, a nice 1, 2, 3, finishing off with a body shot from Harlem. I'm just mindful that Harlem's gonna, I suppose he's a lighter weight, but we want him to not exude too much energy. Oh, nice body shot then. Oh, that slowed him down from Harlem to Schwarzkopf. It's the body that's going to get Schwarzkopf from Harlem. If he keeps on attacking that body, somebody said it could be round 6. My you, good evening. On the back foot, Harlem is, but he's waiting. He's nice because he's got good timing. He's waiting for Schwarzkopf to come in so he can hit him as he comes in. Nice timing. Just plant them feet a bit more. You know what? I don't think I've seen Harlem perform like this before, if I'm honest. And I've watched the majority of his fights. I know I have. Right, they're in the clinch at the moment. The referees called them to break. Quite dominant from Harlem. I'm not being one sided. Okay. However, Schwarzkopf came with a lovely right hand. Harlem's ducking, slipping, and coming back with a hook. He needs to be careful from that overhand right from Schwarzkopf. He can take a punch, though. I'll give him that. And he's down. What they're saying, it's a slip. Oh, he pushed him down. Whoopsie. Had a quick look in the comments. Sorry. He's slipping and all right. Could you call it a bit of showboating? He's running under his shots, attacking the body. Schwarzkopf comes back with a counter. They're both in the clinch. Punching through the clinch, the first bell goes and the ref breaks them up. What we saying, guys? I'm going to give Harlem that round. I need to write this down, for when I do the review. I'm going to say round 1, Harlem. What are you guys saying in the chat? Let's catch up with the chat. We've got 60 seconds. What have I missed? Yeah, Harlem is definitely more aggressive. Don't know. I don't recognise the coach in the corner for Harlem. He's a young chap. I don't recognise him at all. Take a couple of deep breaths from Schwarzkopf. I think the way to get him is his body. And yeah, I definitely agree. Here we go, round 2, guys. It's a quick start. What are we saying? Who we got winning round 1? Straight into the clinch, both of them punching out of the clinch. Ref making sure he's keeping a close eye. Nice. Harlem pushed him out and got him with a lovely hook with the right hand to the side of his face. Uppercuts from Harlem. Very active. Schwarzkopf has got that high guard and he's pushing through with the jab. But like I said, Harlem's got to be careful because he's going to come in with that overhand right. He needs to keep it. See, he's just tried to do it again. But his left hand's down. So I guess this is a risk that he's taking. Not his left hand, his right hand. Oh, no, yeah. Right, a little bit of toe-to-toe. Schwarzkopf still got that high guard. Harlem still managed to jab 1, 2. Still aiming for the body, and I'd agree with him to keep aiming for the body. Better on his feet. More confident. Right, I don't want to keep my eyes off this because this could... Got the crowd chanting Eubank. Counter comeback then from Harlem. Wobbles Schwarzkopf. I don't think this is going to go the distance, It's the body shot. He's slowing him with the body shots. Harlem slowing Schwarzkopf with the body shots. Nice punch selection. Yeah, it looks that way. Buffen in the corner. There's another chap. They mentioned his name earlier, but I didn't hear it. Harlem on the back foot. Schwarzkopf trying to hunt him down. Harlem is very, very busy on his feet. Can he keep this up for the 12 rounds? He's breathing as well. His mouth's open. Both guys in the clinch, punching out of the clinch. Ref having a watch, just making sure they're not properly tangled. He's probably going to step in to break this. No, pushed off by Harlem. Feinting some shots. Yeah, I was about to say Schwarzkopf started quite neat, but now he's starting to look a little bit untidy. But you reckon, Darren? Hold on. I've got to keep watching this, so I'm going to miss it. Right, I'm saying round 2 to Harlem. Let's have a look. Yep, he'll grow into it for sure. Crawford was £135 to start with. Tasha versus May, yeah, that's been. Did I mention that earlier? I know I wrote it down to talk about it. February the 3rd, because ESPN work quite well with Sky Sports, don't they? So there'll be no problems with making that fight happen. Harlem's really coming in with some good counters here. I really need to look back on his fights because I'm sure I haven't seen him this aggressive before. He needs to do some homework around his coach. What we saying then? Going into round 3 now. Yeah, Schwarzkopf's got these kind of like dangerous swings, but you've got to be careful because if he catches with him, it'd hurt. But look, hold on a minute. Harlem's caught him with a couple to the head that seem to have wobbled Schwarzkopf, but he's coming back. He's unloading some combinations on Harlem. Harlem looking unfazed. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Harlem's shots seem to get him off balance, but he doesn't seem to like follow through for the finish. Being patient, getting the rounds in, I get it. Both in the clinch. Bruce, good evening. Boots Ennis going to need to start really being about it because belt or not, if he doesn't get a TV deal. Oh my gosh, here we go. He's down. They can't say that was a slip. Right hand to Schwarzkopf. Excuse me, chat. He's being counted. He's on his feet. Let's go again. What round are we in? Someone said round 6. Go on, Harlem. Someone said round 6. Careful, it's still dangerous. Stay focused. They're both going toe-to-toe here. Proper going toe-to-toe. Somebody could tire. Be composed. Go back for the sweet spot. Both of them going for it. They're going for it. It's going to get stopped. It will get stopped. Harlem's putting that pressure on him on the ropes, but Schwarzkopf is still firing back. He's like, nope, you ain't getting at me out of here that quick. Oh, that was a bit low from Harlem then. Still 1 minute left of this round. It's dangerous. Harlem really needs to be careful with the way that Schwarzkopf is swinging. But he looks calm. He's composed, taking a breather, flicking out the jab from Harlem, hitting him to the body. What's he saying? Oh, he's saying keep him up. Yeah, sorry, round 3. You know, I'm looking at the channel 5, and then I'm saying 5. He's still dangerous. Lovely counter. See when you see that counter that Eubank's coming back with? Follow it through. Flurry him and move. Lovely uppercut. Yeah, this ain't going past 5 rounds, is it? Holding on for dear life. Love it. Here we go. Got 10 seconds left of round 3. Not round 5, round 3. Well, that was a confident. I'm giving round 3 to Eubank again. Right, Bruce. Boots Ennis is going to need to start being really about it because belt or not, if he doesn't get a TV deal and decent promoter, 2024 is looking mad for him. This is it. Boxing politics, isn't it? Big up to Bruce as well. Gotta love our Bruce. Day one. Absolute day one. Yeah, SARS. It's because the Channel 5 logo's on there. Other guy's got a great chin. Yeah, president. It keeps on coming in. He's taking the shots. He's getting wobbled. You can capitalize on that, I guess. We'll see. We'll see what his corner tells him to do. Harlem's got Eubank chin. He'll be okay. I need to have a look at that coach, Anyway, round 4. What you got as the scores, guys? I've got Harlem up. Right, yeah. The Schwarzkopf has these mad, wild swings, but you got to be careful because if they catch you, round 4. See, I need said round 5 again. Round 4. Careful, shot at the back of the head there. Body shot from Eubank. Hook from Eubank. Schwarzkopf is punching back. He did a jab and a hook with a single hand. Keep your hands up. That ref is going to start moaning at it. Yeah, he's good. Oh, he needs to be careful. He's going to take a point off him. Has he took a point off him? Yeah, he's telling him to keep his hands up. Keep it up. He's giving him a few low blows, and he bless him. Low blow, Joe. Oh, my tea's cold. Right, Harlem's throwing in the shots now, flowing in a flurry of shots. Schwarzkopf comes back with his own little bit of phone box action here. Not as much as Cordina Vasquez last week. I really enjoyed that, flipping it. Talk about phone box fighting. Nice little uppercut from Harlem. He's good with his feet as well. He's really moving around the ring quite nice. Close range, Harlem is. He doesn't look uncomfortable though. On the back foot. Schwarzkopf's probably throwing more punches this round, I'd say. So far. Not that I'm like CompuBox, but I'd say Schwarzkopf is more active in this round. And this is the thing, about the older fighters. They tend to warm up later on. So you need to be careful because he might just be coming into himself now. Let's have a look. Does Harlem look tired? What are we saying, guys? Is Eubank Senior not training? I don't know. Don't know. Okay. So you know what? Go up the chat. Hold on a minute. Okay. Schwarzkopf coming in with some shots, but Harlem going back. Nice combinations coming in from him as well. Obviously, end of round 4. You know what? Go up the chat, Bruce, because somebody said something similar earlier in the chat. I can't remember now. Somebody said that. Somebody said something along those lines in the chat. Sorry, I'm just peeling an orange because you know me, I get hungry on it. I think Ben beats both of them. That's what I like. Just be honest. Say what you think. I think Ben gets a lot of stick, but this Harlem does look different to me. Eubank Ben is a mismatch. Chris beats him easy. Well, hopefully we'll find out soon, won't we? Round 5. Who said round 6? Because I think Schwarzkopf might be. Sorry. That round, whatever it was, round 4, I'm giving to Schwarzkopf. If you disagree with me, put it in the chat. Ben deserves a stick. Well, subjective. He's got to live with it, hasn't he? A flurry of jabs coming from Harlem. Schwarzkopf's got that high guard, but Harlem's managing to punch through it. But Schwarzkopf, high guard, and still keeps walking forward. Harlem seems to have walked back up in this round. Let's have a look and see what Schwarzkopf throws. The right doesn't make any impact. Harlem throws the uppercut, moving around to his right. I like to see him probably. There we go. That's it. Go the other way. Oh, Schwarzkopf caught me with a couple of jabs then as he was moving. Harlem, keep your chin down. Doing it. You know, that shoulder roll there reminds me of Jack Catterall. I know it isn't, but Harlem did that thing that he looks like he's ready to bounce a fighter out that Jack Catterall does. Harlem with the 1-2. High guard. Schwarzkopf comes in. I don't know, feinting a jab. Gets him with the. Throws a 1-2. Gets him with the 1. Tries it again. It's like he's lunging into his right hand shot, Schwarzkopf is. And Harlem's able to just catch him with the uppercut. What's he done now? He's going to take a point off him. Yeah, point's going, mate. Yeah, he's took a point off him. Yikes! Ah, it was you that said round. Okay, Paul. We'll see how it goes. Harlem is slowing down. Yeah, his legs are slowing down a little bit, innit? No, I will not. I will not eat a banana on YouTube Live. Thank you very much. No. Do you remember that film, Get Out? No. No. Schwarzkopf is kind of slow with his shots, but at least he's throwing back. Bit of toe-to-toe work for them. Every time Harlem drops down, Schwarzkopf goes to just get him on his head as he's going down. Maybe he doesn't need to stay down there, just roll back. How have we got it so far? That was round 5, wasn't it? Was that even? Let me know in the chat what you're thinking. Hold on. Let's have a look. Chris Eubank Jr. versus Connor. Oh. Well, I don't know. Put it on my Twitter. Probably get told off about putting that, but I was fuming. Just the stream just dropped out. But that's just down to them, just admin, innit? It said press conference, and there was a press conference, and they obviously did have a stream for it at some point. And what they've done is they've tried to use that stream for a current fight instead of just sitting up a news stream with whoever is broadcasting, doing the YouTube broadcast. Ugh. If I had enough cameras and a team, I'd go and stream it. I'd charge and stream it with like 4 cameras and what I don't know. I don't know how you do it, but I'd get my thumbnails all right, wouldn't I? I think they might have used up a bit of energy in the earlier rounds here. Schwarzkopf is still in there. He's hurt a couple of times early on. Should Harlem have capitalised on that? Who knows? Commentary saying that it was never going to be an easy night for Harlem Eubank, but to me, he's making a good account of himself. This is good competition. I've seen it. I've watched his fights before. I've seen him get people out of there really early. Good footwork, but this time he's just come across more aggressive, and I like it. Jab, jab, cross from Harlem. See, he's dipping into that shot where Schwarzkopf can literally throw that overhand and get him on the head, and that's it. He can go down. Oh, nice body shot there from Schwarzkopf to Harlem. So a little bit of a wince there. Harlem showing good feet. Harlem isn't the old school Eubank fighter. Do you think they try to be George? Do you think they try to be like the old school, like emulate their predecessors? That's exactly how you're doing it. You're doing it now. Yeah. But you know what I mean? You'd have to have like cameras and whatever set up and all that stuff. Like different cameras and people working for you and all that stuff. But yeah, I could do it, no problem. If I had the people and the equipment, 100%, I wouldn't have a problem. I wouldn't have a problem with doing it. I'll do my own little cheeky presenting on the side as well by getting stoned by the promoters and their teams. What the hell's this mad cow doing? Yeah, I like watching because he was tremendously spiteful. He wanted to really hurt you in there. So yeah, senior will teach them to fight like that. We'll see. We'll see, isn't it? Time will tell. No, I'm eating orange. I'm getting my vitamins in because it's flu season. So I'm getting my vitamin C in. I don't know. Senior talked it up during the week. He did, yeah. Harlem run around and he's pushing using his elbow. Like I said, Jack Catterall does something similar. But no, but have you watched Harlem's other fights, George? Because I have. And I like the way he's fighting here. He's fighting with more intention. I think I think I may have overdosed on that over the years. Anyway, back to boxing. Oh, has he just done a low blow again? Sorry. They're entertaining the chat in it. Wait there. Let me get back to boxing. And I haven't even wrote the rounds down. The last round I wrote was 5. Oh dear. He said, I'm going to take, he said, you do it one more time, I'm going to take another point off you. Oh, You'll end up getting disqualified at this rate. So he's got to stay upstairs, and try and aim for the body more. God, we're on round 7. I've missed a whole flipping round. Oh well, there was no stoppage in 6 then. Oh, now Schwarzkopf did a low blow then. He is, and he's experienced. Have a look at his box rec. Have a look at his box rec. He's experienced. He sat down then though, George. Even though it was briefly, he sat down there on the shots. But you got the German just like pouring out the jab, following him around, cutting the ring off. To be quite fair, oh, Harlem does look a little bit tired, doesn't he? His mouth's open as well, isn't it? Oh, okay. So here we go. Schwarzkopf starting to put a little bit of pressure on him there, unloading, but Harlem still hitting back. A bit of to-in and throwing. Watch the frigging punches. That was a nice hook to the face. Schwarzkopf keeps going. German took that round. Schwartz. Oh, what did we give? Because I had round 5 as a draw. I've totally missed out round 6. I don't even know. Round 7, Schwarzkopf again. Let's see how this goes. What's his corner saying? Eubank Senior. He's there with his trainer as well. That's it, Ronnie Davis. Yeah, he's lovely. He's a lovely man, Ronnie Davis is. Schwarzkopf comes out hitting first. Still keeps that high guard. Doesn't matter how tired he is. That guard is staying up. He still walks forward. Harlem's putting the shots in. Schwarzkopf gets Harlem to the stomach. Harlem fainting. 8, 9. This is going to go to rounds, isn't it? It's not going to get a stop. Nah, Junior ain't going to be there, is he? And the thing is, he's always at all of Junior's. Well, I don't know. Is he there and he just sat on the opposite side of the ring? I don't know. Junior would usually post up on social media if he was at a fight or something, wouldn't he? Ronnie knows his stuff. Shame Chris doesn't listen. The kids of today, eh? The kids never listen. David Miller. Whose fight? This is just gonna be the boxing match now, isn't it? Lasting the rounds. The gears have kind of like maintained from both of them. We've seen more of Schwarzkopf up in the gears, like ready to unload. But I just want to see Harlem's chin just tuck a little bit more. Schwarzkopf letting off more shots, if I'm honest. Both of the guys in a clinch right now. Ref stepped in to break. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, he's stepping up, isn't he? The German is warming up. He's unloading shots. We need to see what that's better. Harlem come back with the counters then. Could this be the man? Oh, yeah. Nice to see that Adam Smith's back as well. So shout out to Adam Smith battling with various issues, one of them being cancer. You guys, men in the chat, listening, whatever, please get your prostate checked as well. You know, I've already said this. Oh, he got him off guard then. Oh, he wobbled him then. Sugar, lucky the bell went. Yeah, get yourself checked, guys. I lost my brother to prostate cancer. Please get yourself checked out. If something doesn't feel right, just go and get the doctors to have a look at it. Do you know what I mean? To hear like Simon Jordan have his issues, Adam Smith have his issues. Yeah, you guys have really got to look after your man health. What are you saying? I wonder how well the German's been tested through camp. I thought Senior would be giving instructions. Yeah, Harry. That's it. He did call him Harry, didn't he? Connor Ben called him Harry. Yeah, he's gonna have to start upping those gears now. Let's have a look. His face doesn't look battered and bruised though. Yeah, it was a couple of years ago, Paul. He was 56. Yeah, he was 56. So yeah. So like I said, just stay on top of your man health. Look after yourselves. Um, Gosh, Schwarzkopf caught him with a nice clean one on his forehead. Eubank's forehead. He almost paused in motion. Yeah, I always post things on Twitter about prostate cancer and stuff like that because obviously it's close to my heart. You got to look after yourself, your health. Your health is your true wealth. You know. Yeah, he's solid. I'll give him that. Right. In the chat, guys, who do you think's winning? Renzo de los Reyes is asking. I missed out round 6, but I've got 1, 2, 3. Harlem at the moment. Just. Lost my stepdad to prostate cancer. Lovely man, 63. Yeah. Rest in peace. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that as well, Toby. It's horrible. It's a horrible disease. 12. And we're on round 9. We've got 1 minute 22 left. He's got to though, hasn't he? He's had a point taken off him. There's been a couple of sketchy rounds where Harlem has took a couple of rounds off, but slowed right down. He's got to step up the gears now. Which one have you got as a 10-8 round? I didn't do 6, did I? So I definitely gave Harlem the first 3. I don't know what happened in round 6. Round 4, I said I had that as a draw. And round 7, I gave to the German. And round 8, I've missed as well. That's because I'm in the chat. No, I gave that one to Schwarzkopf. I've missed round 6 and round 8 because I'm gassing. gassing in the chat. Oh dear, Harlem's tired. He literally fell into that seat there, knackered. Oh, and the thing is, I haven't even combed my hair. Look at this crazy bush. You could literally light a match off this hair right now. I've got Harlem majority in the prediction league. You said round 11. You said round 6. Have you changed it again? So you thought he lost that round as well? Harlem's not winning all rounds. No, 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 no. No. When are you gonna when hold on, what you said? When you do a proper sit down grilling with Eddie Hearn? When I can get to him because he's all over the place. He's busy, isn't he? And I'm not one of these that's just gonna always try and push for Eddie Hearn because listen, he has queues waiting around. That's better. Harlan was backed up on the ropes again. Uh, you have to understand. Excuse me. Every time that we go to an event, a matchroom event, there's a queue waiting for Eddie Hearn. And because he'll say yes to absolutely everybody, sometimes I just look at him and think, you must be flipping knackered. And I don't bother. But then sometimes I will get him. But you have to remember, I'm not target driven. Mine is a hobby. There's other people there that are, they've got targets to meet. They've got to make sure they get certain people on their channel. I have the privilege where I haven't got to do that. And I'd rather my conversation, I'd rather have specific things that I want to speak to him about. So it's not all the time I need to speak to him for that. Otherwise, it just ends up being quite a stale conversation. I'm, like I said, quality over quantity. Ben Shalom, nah, he's. I don't think he's letting anyone speak to him at the moment, especially not me, because my questions are too difficult apparently. But I'm not going to get into that on here. Um, Warren is edited and would just ban you from asking proper questions. I don't think he's the only one that does that, if I'm honest. I'd love to speak to Frank Warren because I find him quite funny. And if I got banned just for asking something that I'm interested in asking, then so be it. But I don't know. He's usually quite amicable. I haven't got Frank Warren yet. That's one person that I definitely want to get. Haven't got him yet. But I can't see any with Ben Shalom. But look, who knows? There could be a magical moment and he says, you know what? Come on, let's do this. I've got loads of questions to ask. Ben, of course, because I haven't spoke to him in about maybe 6 or 7 months, but we'll see. Lee, ask in the chat because I've gone off track. Yeah, Lee, ask the chat. I've been waffling and I ain't been watching it. Yeah, of course. He's definitely got talent. But they're both starting to me, Harlem's starting to look a bit tired, but this will go to points. He didn't say that he couldn't answer my questions, but he's just stopped doing interviews with everybody, hasn't he? You don't see him on any channel now, do you? So, yeah, and to be fair, we do bounce off each other quite well, and I do enjoy speaking to him, but I'm not just gonna get him just to get him. Do you know what I mean? That there has to be a reason. I'm not gonna like listen. Yeah, he'll speak to absolutely everybody, and he doesn't care what you ask him. He'll answer you. Whether you get the answer you want or whatever, he'll still stand there and answer the questions. So everyone gives him stick and whatever. He ain't running from anyone though. I'll tell you that for free. Ah, yeah. I think their live was one of the first lives I went on back in 2020. Always knew Shalom was a snake. We don't need him in boxing. We need to change it up. You know what? The thing is, George. I spoke to him in the beginning, and his intentions are pure. He's come on, but he's not just come onto the scene. But he's obviously got this really good working relationship with Sky Sports. Signed some talented fighters, and really wants the best for them. But I get it sometimes. Maybe. Oh my God! He stopped him. Thank God for that. Who said round 11? It was Paul Young, wasn't it? Yeah, he's waved it off. Was that a little bit of an early wave off? See, I'm gassing in the chat again. Congratulations to Harlem. Yeah, knocked him down. Fair play. I thought that was going to go to points. Nissa in the ring. Where's Callie? What's happened to Callie? Oh, bless him. Look at his face. He's so happy. I thought he was going to go to points, but congratulations to Harlem. Oh, uncle in the ring. Uncle in the ring with him. Let's have a look. I need to watch this replay back. Apologies, guys. I was yapping in the chat. No replay, but yeah, congrats. No, but like I says, I spoke to Ben. We saw the vision, what he wants to do with his fighters. He wanted to take the fighters around to like all the different cities. Like how he's built up Chris Billum Smith, like the Bournemouth stuff. Really getting the home fans to get behind the fighters. A brilliant idea. It's working a treat. His vision, that was it. It was a hook. It was a hook to the head, and then one accidentally on the arm. Yeah, it was a hook to the head. It was the hook to the head. Nice on the button, like they said. Lovely work. But boxing is competitive, you know. And I guess if you let it, it can make you quite bitter when things don't go your way or you have struggles or whatnot. I can't sit here and judge, and I've never promoted a fighter in my life. I've never had to go up against competition with what I might see, looking at it from my point of view, that people are out to get me or sabotage or whatever goes on. We don't know, do we? Um, Everyone can always do better, and everyone can always learn from their mistakes. So just leave them to it. And yeah, I always will keep asking the questions. I'm never going to change who I am because I'm a fan, and there's answers that I want. There's answers that I'd like to know because it helps us as the fans understand. Like, if you get to know a person and you know the way they think or the way they make the way they see things, then you can understand why they may make certain decisions. You might not agree with the decisions, but because of those habits that you've learned from them on why they do what they do, can help you understand. That's why he's carrying on like that. That's why he's done that decision. So it's all about learning it. And if I learn, the audience learns, everyone learns. I know F all. Every day's a school day for me, and I love it. You know what? You'll type that there, and you probably thinks that I've got a burner account typing it up in your name. Yeah, I thought it was gonna go to point. No, Paul, you said 11. You called it again. Do you think it was early? Mm, he's put early in it. It's over, Phil. I know. It's because I was chatting. It's because I'm answering questions. Harlem's won. Yeah. Harlem has won. Just like that. Good matchmaking as Harlem. Bloody hell, Mick. Where's that come from? Good matchmaking. Bit chinny, but this fight made him look okay. Mick, chinny? Has he been down? Has Harlem been down before? Chinny? I thought he took a few good shots there and didn't go down. So didn't need to go to points. Didn't need to get the scorecards out really because obviously he stopped him. Yeah. Hopefully I will. Who says Harlem couldn't give Ben? There's a couple of people that have said it. Hopefully, I'll get a couple of good sit downs. Like I said, it just depends on people's time. People's time that's precious. That they've got lots of things to do, not just sit down and talk to me all day. But yeah, I will try and get some detailed conversations. I don't know when the next one's going to be with Eddie Hearn because obviously Newcastle. I'm at home doing the watch along tomorrow, so and obviously I haven't been up there all week because you've had no content from me. Then I think next week is over with Diego Pacheco. So that's USA. Then the next one's Ireland. I'm not going to Ireland, so I'll be doing a watch along for the Katie Taylor, for the Chantal Cameron versus Katie Taylor rematch. And then I think he mentioned something. I've said, yeah, 16th of December. He's got Sonny Edwards and Bam. So he's over in America then. And then the 23rd of December, where we know where that's looking looking like a Saudi thing, and obviously I ain't going to be going out there and got that Saudi money. So Harlem was never going to. You don't think Connor would ruin him? Yeah, Connor's a monster, isn't he? He doesn't, but he definitely doesn't act like he does. All aggression with no IQ. Good conversation in here. Yeah, there's lots of it. So I don't think, to be honest, I don't think I'll catch up with Eddie this side of the year. I think it'll be going into January. I'd love to get Ben Shalom and a sit down and just literally go through everything and say, yeah, what's happening moving forward, because we can discuss everything and talk about it till we're blue in the face. But what's actually going on moving forward, and rather than avoiding the media. Keep building, you haven't any money. Like phone them up, yo. You got any spare change? Yeah, doubt it. Listen, no worries. Look after yourself, Paul. And you did call it round 11. Is that it? Or they're having that Flow to Fury fight on the card? Better to have the aggression and then IQ instead. Yeah. Don't they say boxing wins, George? And I'm not putting that other one on there because I'll get the. Listen, they'll think it's me instigating rubbish. And I'm not an instigator. Listen, is there one more fight? I'm gonna wait and see if there's one more fight with hasn't Fury got his debut on this card? There's another Fury. And he looks at a difference between Tyson and the other one. Kind of is a hype job. Puts bums on seats. But if you was a promoter, Lee, wouldn't you be about the pound note as well? I'm just playing devil's advocate. Because everyone's got to make money, ain't they? Is there one more fight left? Good evening. Harlem did. He stopped him in round 11. Sorry, that's a spoiler for those that wanted not to know. But if you didn't want to know why you're here. Remember Ben in the seconds out video in the taxi where he says, I'm built. He is built for it. Because he's had to weather some storms and he's still here and he's still going and he's still trying to work hard with his fighters. Really. I'm just gonna put this comment back up because yeah, let's see what Harlem's saying. Game over. Just listen to Harlem. WBO Global. Can I get your license? I'm done at 140. I'm coming up to 147. Like, who said it? He was gonna call out Connor. Special performance. Yeah, no worries, and thanks for passing through. He did drop him twice, and then the second one, obviously you get the stoppage. But anyway, I don't even know if there's another fight. I don't know if Fury's fought on this. I don't know what the hell's going on. But listen, if you have been here and you've stayed, awesome. I'm going to start doing more of these lives anyway. You know what it is. I'm back here tomorrow from 8 p.m. because obviously I can watch on DAZN on the app with no issues. All right, then sometimes DAZN might drop out, but it doesn't say you shouldn't be streaming this. So I'll be back tomorrow for the next gen card. It's scheduled, it's all there. 8 p.m. will go a little bit longer, but I do like the next gen cars. I like watching their fights. So obviously, who would I want to spend it with more than you guys? YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I need some of them teeth that Chris Eubank Senior's got. He needs to go up. Okay, so these Schwarzkopf's never been stopped. Eubank's going for it. He said, I heard his bones shaking at 140. He's going up to 147. Let's have a look. Do you think he gets a lot of pressure from the fans to say that, oh yeah, you're gonna get fight news next week and whatever? And then don't you think like there's some sabotaging going on? Somebody mentioned it earlier. It was Pound for Pound Jack has said he's heard on the grapevine that Frank has got Wilder on that card on the 23rd of December. Connor should wreck Junior and then Harlem. That would avenge Nigel's losses. Ben has done more. No more than Harlem, other than have a big backer. As soon as Ben fights someone's, where's this Rastafari? We love it. Listen, an hour and 48, longer than I thought I would. Listen, come back tomorrow. We're here from 8 p.m. For the Matchroom Next Gen card. You know what to do. And thank you to absolutely everybody that joined in. You can see I've had too much coffee today. I'm jittery. But yeah, tomorrow night we're back again. Adios. And remember, stay ready.